What's up, hobby friends, and welcome to my video log for the month of August, talking about what I worked on in July and what I've got planned ahead for the next couple of months. So I started off the month by finishing up the second of my B1 battle droid bases, as well as Asajj Ventress. This gave me 2 fully painted strike squads, and I could start playing fully painted games with Shatterpoint. From there, I pivoted to some Marvel models, working on Red Skull 2, the core set Baron Zemo, Killmonger, as well as the Iron Man that comes with the Hulkbuster suit. These were part of a commission for a client. I still have M'Baku and Cosmic Ghost Rider to finish. We were originally planning to get these all done for an event mid-month. I think it was like July 18th or 19th. But because of M'Baku's release date, we weren't actually able to get the model in time. So we ended up deciding not to finish and ship the project for that deadline, rather than try and rush through and paint the model to a poorer quality. So because of the compressed timeline, I ended up feeling a little bit burnt out from working on the Marvel models. And so I pivoted to working on some Super Commandos. I painted up Gar Saxon, as well as his pair of, I believe they're the Death Watch Mandalorians, so in that really cool red and black scheme. In playing with the Separatist droid faction, so I was playing with the Twice the Pride Box, Dooku, Jango, and the Magna Guard, as well as Ventress, Kalani, and the B1s. I feel like the Separatists, while strong, they reward, or they don't punish poor play. Because of their mobility, you're not really penalized for poor positioning, and because of their flexibility, you can afford to make mistakes and still come out on top in terms of the actual scenarios and with the struggle tracker and momentum. So I wanted to pivot towards something that required a little bit more thought, and I think the Mandalorians are going to suit that for me. So got the Super Commandos done. I want to paint up Bo-Katan and the Night Owls, as well as Darth Maul, and pivot more towards a non-droid sort of mercenary list. I think pretty much brings me up to the end of the month. I did start working on building my display board for my Junkforce Overlords, and I got it built, didn't start painting it until I think August 1st or 2nd, so that sort of bridges the gap between the 2 months. What I've got planned ahead for August, so finishing up M'Baku and Cosmic Ghost Rider for my client, the aforementioned Bo-Katan, Night Owls, and Darth Maul. And I will also be taking my Caradron to their first non-local tournament. So I'll be attending Capital City Bloodbath in Ottawa. That's happening August 19th and 20th. So I've got about two and a half weeks to finish up the display board, hopefully faster. I don't want to take the full 2 weeks for it. I do have a long weekend coming up, so hopefully I can make a dent in all of the components I need for that. And then from there, that should pretty much cover up most of the month. If I do have extra time, I also definitely want to work on General Grievous. I think he'll be a fun piece to work on, and I definitely want to pair him with Count Dooku. I think replacing Ventress with Grievous and then swapping around Kalani and the droids in terms of the way that they're paired will give me a little bit more flexibility in the Separatist lists, but that's kind of a lower priority since I want to pivot away from droids for the time being. In terms of content creation, so for Patreon, I will have Gar Saxon and the Super Commandos going up on Patreon. I will edit the videos this weekend. And then for YouTube, I will have this video, which you're seeing now. I'll have Asajj Ventress. And then I'll have, because I'm doing my display board in phases or in stages, I'll have the build and paint sort of, it's not really a guide or tutorial because I'm not really teaching you how to paint it, but I'm walking you through more the process of planning out and creating a display board. And I'll dive a little bit deeper in that video, but effectively, I want to have a foundation for the board that I can then expand on and sort of add more components as I take the army to more and more events, sort of like the board growing with the army and as I play in more events. So I think I'll have a video for this stage 1 for the board as I'm taking it to Capital City. And then if I do end up bringing the army to other bigger events, maybe Adepticon, I'll probably have another video released for that as I expand and add more modules and components. I'll probably have the last video of the month as well covering how to paint the Night Owls. It'll be a simplified version of the Jango Fett tutorial because I think it does use a lot of the same colors and recipes, just in different proportions. And then I definitely, again, with General Grievous, because I think I have him planned for Patreon for September, I want to try and get a head start on him. I would like to have him done by the end of August and not bleed into September. Otherwise, I will then delay sort of the content creation I have planned for that month as well. Yep, so I think that pretty much wraps up the month of August. There's nothing really crazy to note. A lot of it was just sort of focused on completing certain projects and not so much starting new ones. I guess the board is sort of completing the Kharadron army and allowing me to start bringing it to events. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe. You can also check out my other social media platforms. I'll have links in the video description below. And as always, until next time, happy hobbying.